Hey guys, this is Dime. Today I'll be doing a full kind of customization of this ball peen hammer I just got. I'm going to be taking the lacquer off of it, all this paint off, sanding everything down, getting it all burnished and then oiled. And yeah, we'll just see how this goes. So to start, I'm probably going to start with getting the paint off this head right here. So let me do that. Y'all can see this is going to take a while, so I'll get back to you when I'm a little more done with it. Alright, that's after just getting done with this all the way around it. Now I'm going to, probably hand sand a little bit. See how that goes. I'm going to use some 400. It's a hammer, so I'm not too worried about the finish. It's going to be what it is. I just wanted to get that black paint off. I just don't enjoy that. I don't like the look of it. I'd way rather have that right there. Next, we're going to start on the handle, I guess, removing this lacquer off of here. This is all going to be done by hand. I'm going to start with some 80 grit. I'll get back to you when I'm done with this grit. Alright, so there's the 80 grit pretty much done on the handle. Now I'm going to step up to, let's go with 150. We'll see how this looks, if we need to go higher. I think I will be going higher on this one. I'm going to do similar to my axe handles, if you've seen the shorts on those I have on my channel. Alright, there's the 150 grit on the handle. I think I might step it up a little bit more, just quickly touch it up. I'm going to go ahead and just quickly go over it with this 400. Not going to do a heavy sand with it, just real quick. That's much better. I'm happy with that. Alright, next step's going to be to char this handle, and I'll have to resand it after that. Alright, well, all of my big cans are empty for my decent torch head, so I'm going to be stuck with this little one, but I'll make it work. We'll see what we can do. Let's get to it. I'm going to start up here around this head. Just going to work my way down. We're just going to go back and touch up these areas, kind of burnish them. I'll get a little bit more done on this, and I'll come back to it and let you guys know what it looks like. Alright, so the first step of burnishing is done. Now I'm going to hit it again with some 400 grit sandpaper. Probably touch it up a little bit more with the torch, and then we're going to throw some oil on it. First, maybe a little bit more sanding in some of these really dark spots. Try and lighten back up a tiny bit. Maybe hit it real quick with the torch again, just in a couple spots, kind of give it some really dark spots. I'm going to say that's pretty good. I'm going to touch it one more time with this, just very lightly. Get all that loose carbon off there. Alright, let's see what this thing looks like with the coat of wool over it. Should change quite a bit. Oh yeah, that's nice. You can't tell me that don't look good. Just let that soak in. Alright, there's the handle. Oil's pretty much dried in. Rule of thumb for handles is you'll want to oil them once a day for a week, once a week for a month, once a month for a year, and then you can get away with once a year after that. And your handles will stay good forever. Alright, next I think I'm going to carve the weight of the hammer into the bottom of the handle right here, and then put my mark on the other side of it. So let's draw those out. I'm not sure how well y'all will be able to see that. Just got my little 16 ounces on there. Alright, let's get started on this. See if I need to switch bits or not once I get part of the way through this. Alright, that's one side done. We'll flip it over, get the new stencil drawn on, and then we'll start on the on that side. Alright, there it is. I'm going to start carving that out, and I'll get back to y'all here in a second. Alright, there's that side. Got it done. Got the ounces done on it, 16 ounce hammer. Let's throw another coat of oil on this thing. And last thing is I'm going to take a piece of leather and make a little wrap for it right here. Just kind of when you're choking up on it to peen some little pins. So I'm just going to make that real quick. Alright, got a few lines on here. Go ahead and trim it down, and then we'll square it up in the other direction. Use my straight edge. Line it up right to that line, butt it up. There's that side. There's that. Let's see what we can do about getting some holes punched in this. Line up right there. Maybe go a little bit higher with that. Alright, I got all the holes punched in this. Now I'm going to take some black thread and some leather needles, and we'll see how this goes. Alright, let's get sewing. It's all going to be hand stitched. Most of this is basic, you know. I'm trying to do as basic tools as I can. Also just because that's what I have at the moment. Address your stitching as you go. I'm not sure exactly the name of this stitch. It's just crossing it over every time. This might be a saddle stitch, maybe. I'm not sure. See how that's cinching that up real good, and this is waxed thread, so at the end I'll be able to seal it all down with the lighter. Alright, I'll get back to y'all when I get this completed. You see what I'm doing. Alright, just finishing up here with the stitching. I gotta tie these. Just clip these down. Pull it out of the clamps. Next I'm gonna heat this whole edge up with a lighter, and then I'm going to hammer it, tap it down, try and flatten it out a little bit. Get that pressed in there real good. I'm going to heat all this up. Once it's heated, I'm going to go back and tap it down with this. Call that pretty good on there. And the last thing, as I was working on this, I noticed there's a tiny bit of, I don't know if you can hear that, wobble in the head. There's not much space on anything, it's just a tiny bit. I don't have the tools to pull that round pin and or round wedge and redo it at the moment. So what I'm gonna do is try and squeeze some epoxy down into the cracks around the top and around the base and see where we can go with that. Let's get a little bit of epoxy out here. Ain't gonna take a whole lot. This is just to try and sturdy it up a little bit. That's it. I'm gonna let it sit for 24 hours, let all that epoxy harden. That was customizing and fixing up a Harbor Freight 16-ounce ball peen hammer. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, tell me what you think, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this and other building and customization content, restorations. Thank you for watching.